This is a problem, Jay Prince, and I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're 60 years old and you trying to be a street nigga, you failed.
So look, I gotta ask. I think I'd be remiss if I don't. Any message for Cam and Mase? Y'all been going back and forth a lot over the last week.
Some old niggas, they ain't got my respect.
There you go.
I love Mase saying, like, who is he? What's happening?
Mase smoked it.
What's happening right now? They both worded it, and it still seemed respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They didn't get out of pocket.
Yeah.
They didn't get out of pocket.
They seemed
They
like
were just telling the truth.
They called it boring. They booed by the final rounds. And yet the TV numbers went crazy. One night in Newark turned into a coast-to-coast argument about what boxing is supposed to look like. And it dragged two Harlem legends, a Houston power broker, and one undefeated champion right into the same ring. We're talking Camron and Mase, Jay Prince, and Shakur Stevenson. If you think this was just about a fight, you missed the real story. The ratings didn't. July 6th, 2024. Prudential Center, Newark. Shakur Stevenson defends the WBC lightweight strap and cruises to a wide decision over Artem Hart Union. The jab's sharp, the counters clean, the risk minimal. By the closing stretch, boos cut through the arena. It wasn't chaos. It wasn't blood and thunder. It was controlled. And yet when the numbers landed, they told a different story. The most watched boxing main event on ESPN in 2024, averaging around 1.18 million, with a 1.25 million peak on linear TV. So, what do you do when the crowd says boring, but the country still shows up to watch? That's where this gets messy.
My name is Mase. I stand by this message. We not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. For real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas. So we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't. And for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like,
a few days later, Camron and Mase sit down on it is what it is. The tone is surgical. Let your hands go. We paid for entertainment. Champions show off when the lights are bright. They weren't the only ones thinking it, but they said it with the reach and rhythm that travel. Clips hit timelines, and suddenly a technical win is being framed as an empty performance. To boxing purists, it's chess. To casuals, it's a snooze. To a show built on sharp talk and faster clips, it's content, viral, combustible content. You don't poke the hive without hearing the queen. Jay, Prince stepped in the way only Jay, Prince can, with numbers and a warning. Numbers don't lie. Haters D.O. He's #1 on ESPN this year, top 3 since 2022. I'm Shakur's manager. I will fade all his shots and take all bets.
He said numbers don't lie, haters do. Let their haters say that he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. As you can see, there's proof that he has the #1 ratings in any fight on ESPN this year, the top 3 ratings since 2022. And to all of you haters who want to escalate that hate outside of the ring, I'm Shakur's manager and I handle all his business outside of the ring. In other words, Cam and Mase, I will fade all his shots and take all bets.
so then we talking to you then, all right? We starting with you. Since you the big homie, we starting with you. That's how it goes around here.
That's not just defense. It's a line in the sand. It says, you can talk, but the math says you're wrong. And if you want to take it further, he's ready to stand in front of his fighter. In that moment, criticism of a style turned into a challenge to an institution. Say what you want. The receipts are better than your reactions. Shakur didn't sit this out either. Between the strap-up talk, the put the gloves on energy, and Camron's clapback, the conversation took on a life of its own. The fight week adrenaline had turned into timeline crossfire. And here's the trap. When a champion fights the internet instead of the next contender, he's playing an away game every time. Camron fired back with pure Harlem confidence. If you're going to ask media personalities to glove up, expect media personalities with microphones to double down. It's the kind of week where every quote becomes a headline, and every headline becomes another round. Then the temperature changed. This stopped being just boxer versus podcasters, and became a conversation about age, authority, and what respect sounds like now.
Like, there's just a difference between big homie and OG. Like, the OGs is that's older than you, more experienced, they've been around and they teaching you, they're keeping
guiding
you
you.
away from danger. They are valuable in your life.
It's all comedy. I'm going to deal with it like comedy, nigga. You hear that? Like I said, nigga, your mother named you after Shakur, nigga. You know I ain't had no problems with the first Shakur. I ain't going to have no problems with you. Chill out, little nigga.
There's a difference between a big homie leaning on you and an OG guiding you. One throws weight, the other gives game. The way the transcript reads, the Harlem side wasn't buying any big homie energy, especially not toward media guys doing media jobs. The message was blunt. Commentary on a sporting event shouldn't earn you threats. A public figure can't police opinions, and no one gets to tell grown men what they're allowed to feel about a fight. Say it with humor, say it with smoke. Just keep it where it is. And then there was a point that made people pause. If you're managing a young star, the best play isn't swinging at cameras. It's coaching the kid to win the next night decisively. You can't ask the audience to sit through a chess match and then drag the critics for yawning. Either make the round louder or live with the take. That's just modern media. Now back to those ratings. On paper, the linear TV audience was massive for a non-PPV. That's leverage and promoters notice. But you can't ignore the other half. ESPN's own recap acknowledged an uneventful night and the late round boos. Even Bob Arum, while praising Shakur's talent, has recognized that his style won't always feel like fireworks to casuals.
Someone commenting on a sports show about a sports event should not draw in threats of violence or whatever the that was.
Yeah.
And that's the other part. The threat and crazy talk came from dude first, from Shakur. Like, he did that.
That tension is real. Elite defense can be so clean it looks like coast mode, and television is unforgiving to subtlety. It's possible to be the best chess player in the room and still leave fans wishing you'd knock the pieces off the board. That's the business. Here's the thing. Majority decisions, wide scorecards, and highlight less dominant stack wins protect health and build resumes. But they don't always build moments. And in 2025, moments are currency. Clip-able exchanges, a flash knockdown, a fighter who decides to take a risk in round 10 because the crowd needs it. Shakur's skill set is absurd. Distance control, counter timing, defense that eats combinations before they land. The question isn't can he fight, it's how does he want to be watched? If the goal is superstardom, you don't have to brawl reckless, but you do need to create the kind of tension that makes casuals hold their breath. The sweet science can still be sweet and spicy. Cam and Mase didn't just throw shade, they made a media case. They spoke for ticket buyers who want to feel like their Saturday night paid off. Prince didn't just flex, he protected an asset with receipts. And Shakur didn't just clap back, he defended pride after hearing the word nobody wants attached to their craft. Boring.
We gave our opinion of the fight. We said this was boring. All of us said it was boring. It's 100 niggas saying it's boring. But because our go viral, niggas think that they can keep talking to us. Shakur Stevenson told us to get the strap or strap up, or better yet, put the gloves on so he could fight us. We said what he said, and then he started going crazy.
That's why this moved beyond the fight. It wasn't just about who won. It was about who gets to define what winning looks like. Ratings versus entertainment. Numbers versus narratives. Power versus platform. Maybe everyone got a piece. Shakur kept his belt and his zero. ESPN got its biggest 2024 boxing audience. Cam and Mase got a week of breakout clips. Prince reminded everybody that his guy moves the needle, whether you're cheering or jeering. The question that lingers is the only one that matters for the next promotion. Do you want to keep outscoring opponents? Or do you want to change the room's temperature? Because right now, the most dangerous version of Shakur Stevenson isn't the one you can't hit. It's the one who decides that dominance should feel like danger too. Until then, the debate lives on. Is boxing supposed to be hit and don't get hit, or hit and don't get ignored? Drop your take in the comments.
I want to just start off by saying you are so lacking self-awareness. Like when you give such a lackluster performance and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place.
You 60, you 60. What are you talking about? What are you, bro? I lost mad respect for you because I used to have mad respect for you. When you had Shakur with you, when you lined Young Boy NBA up, why the fuck you got Shakur with you? And this is why he acting like that. This is exactly why he acting like that. Talking about you got Young Boy NBA umbrellas and his keys to his car. Young Boy NBA told y'all to eat a dick. This is what he said. This is what Young Boy NBA said. Whack 100 was the most disrespect. Wild disrespect. I ain't even gonna repeat this shit Whack 100 said. So for the people that's catching up on this who have no idea how this started.
We got the right to have our opinion, and I say that with all due respect, but just keep it where it is, man. Let humor be humor. Let everybody say what they gotta say. You don't like what we said, the box better. Until you beat Tank, it ain't really nothing for you to say. And making threats, I'ma just keep it real. If we talking boxing, I got 3 knockouts in All-Star Weekend, man. So I got 100% knockout ratings on All-Star Weekend if we checking the records.
When you have a young guy like Shakur, instead of fighting his battles or trying to go against everyone that's commenting on him, you should be talking to him on or teaching him how to get better.
You boring, you boring. Everybody's seen it. We ain't the only ones who seen it. You boring. I thought I was rather polite about it. I thought it was cool. Your grandfather's in your corner telling you to let your hands go. You won't let your motherfucking hands go because you scared to get hit. You want to swim without getting wet. It's just not going to happen. Now, what I will say, this is the most entertainment we've seen out of you in the last 2 years. This was kind of funny. This is the most entertainment we've seen out of you in 2 years. Congratulations. After the fight's over, he walks back to the corner like this. That don't look like a champion. Champs start walking around the ring diddy bopping when they beating up. Your grandfather, that's how I know what your grandfather's telling you. They knew you f***ed the bag up. You f***ed the bag up. You was supposed to show off, show out. Not only that, you was talking before the fight. You was the one before, I'm gonna knock this out. I'm gonna demolish it, I'm gonna do all this. And you ain't do nothing you said. That's why is mad. The point being is this, you fighting more after the fight. You just had a fight Saturday. You're losing your damn mind the last 2 days. Trying to fight everybody on Instagram, on Twitter, or everything else. Because we seen it. We seen it. What is you talking about? Then you talk about we should glove up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas slap fire out you. Shut the fuck up. You getting boxing in the streets confused, nigga. For real, nigga. Like, stop getting boxing in the street. Those are 2 different things, nigga. That is 2 different things, nigga. Because when a switchblade or something else and everything, you talk about niggas better strap up. Why would you give niggas that heads up? You dumb motherfucker. Fuck out of here. You out your motherfucking mind. If you want to impress me, step up and wait. Fight to your Fimo in Newark so he can knock your head to Irvington. What is you talking about, nigga? You ain't impressing nobody with all this Twitter talk. All this wild Twitter talk you talking. Who you talking about? You're talking about niggas ain't legends. Mase, I'll tell you right now, and I'm not talking about Mase when he came out and sold. Mase was Michael Jackson after Michael Jackson, before Drake. Nigga sold 5 million in 3 weeks. What is you talking about? But I'm talking about tonight. Tonight, right now, Mase is a 1,000,000% better rapper than you a boxer. 1,000,000%. Don't make me put the battery in his back to Oracle 3, you nigga.
Yeah.
I have him Oracle 3. That's what you need to do is Oracle 3, man. And let niggas know, man. He is 1,000,000% better rapper than you a boxer, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Lastly, what I was gonna say, Murder, is this. You keep talking about, how they legends, they doing podcasts, this and that. We make more money than you, We sit here and make more money than you. I know you don't want to play the Cash App, open your bank account game on the phone when we see each other. I know you don't want to open the phones up and see how much you got in the account. You made $2 million.
The put this energy into your boxing and start letting your hands go, then you will be a pay-per-view star.
Oh, they podcast. Because we getting chicken. We make more money than you. You better come when you want a job. We might got a job for you.
Boxing is also entertainment. Let me school you, Nick. So when you get in the ring, you're not entertaining. We don't want to keep hearing about the sweet science. We're looking for entertainment. We're paying bucks for entertainment, and you're not entertaining. And somebody got to tell you this.